Hi everyone, welcome to Modern Moves Dance. I'm Coco Loop. This video will be a short and sweet exploration and introduction to the idea of internal and external rotation. I talk about this a lot as we're doing other exercises and investigations, but I just wanted to give you a short video to plant the seed for you to have this in your knowledge base so that you can use this as you need it. And it hopefully will clarify some ideas about the action of the shoulder joint and the hip joint as we use internal and external rotation to our advantage in particular kinds of movements. So one thing that you can do just to kind of get an idea of this rotating action in these joints is just to stand on one leg and just put the other leg out and then pull the toes back so that the heel is contacting the floor. And then you can windshield wiper the big toe side of the foot and the pinky toe side of the foot in and out like this. Internal rotation, moving toward the center line of the body, and then externally rotating to the outside of the body, the lateral side of the body. So you can try that on each side. And what we don't want to be doing is just twisting the foot at the ankle. We want to feel the action way up high in the hip socket where the head of the femur hooks into the pelvis. So we actually are just trying to activate the top of the leg, and then the downstream effect of that is that the whole leg moves in and out like this, right? So you can think of this as like opening the leg, like opening a book and then closing the book. So that's internal and external rotation, right? So you can do that. Internal and external rotation exists in the hip socket and in the shoulder socket no matter where the leg is in space, right? So if the leg is out to the side, you can do the same kind of rotational action. If the leg is in the back, you can do the same thing, but obviously the heel isn't really an easy way to do this as your contact point. You can actually transfer to the ball of the foot or the toes to get a feeling of the thigh moving in and out of rotation or different kind of rotation. So then we look up at the upper body into the shoulder joint, and we can almost do the same thing, but the shoulders aren't weight bearing at the moment. So it's a little bit different feeling. You can just take the palm of the hand and flex it out, right? And then you can start to move the fingers around that point in space. Again, the action isn't happening in the wrist. We're just using that as an end point around which we can turn, but the real rotational action is in the shoulder joint. You can let go of that. And then you can just start to explore external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation. Again, it doesn't matter really where the arm is in space, but you can really start to play with that. You can even let the arm bend and move around, use the elbow as the point around which you're turning, but it's really happening deep inside of the shoulder socket. So playing with that internal, external rotation, internal, external rotation. To put this into context, when we really start to develop this beautiful ball and socket kind of feeling in the shoulder and in the hips, we can really start to increase the way that our upper body and lower body expresses itself. So we're not just moving in straight lines, we can actually start to move in curves and really start articulating the upper body and the lower body in these more curvilinear sinuous ways. Is sinuous a word? I'm pretty sure it is. But it really helps to have a command of internal and external rotation. So in the hip sockets and the shoulder sockets. So I just wanted to drop this information in a short, sweet video so that you can use this just as an awareness builder as you go about your day. When you're turning and walking and bending and stretching, it's like, oh, am I in internal, parallel, internal, external? Like, what am I doing with my body to accomplish this task? And also then when you start to do your movement sessions and your dancing practice, you can use that as a tool in your toolbox to be like, oh, this requires that I actually rotate externally, or it requires that I actually rotate internally to get this pathway in space, or to actually get the shape in the body accomplished. So I hope that helps. One thing you can do, and I do it a lot, is when I'm warming up, I'll just start with that idea, internal and external rotation, and I'll just start moving the shoulder joints and the hip joints, freeing up a leg, playing with that, warming up the internal and external rotators, stabilizing, playing, having a little bit of fun. So it's not really any kind of choreography you need to learn. You can just put the arm out and just start manipulating the joint, or put the leg out and start manipulating the joint. Get creative. Don't be afraid to interject or introduce the limbs into different places in space through this action. Have a little bit of fun, and before you know it, you start to warm up. You start to build range of motion. You start to build strength around those rotational ranges. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be coming to you with more short, sweet videos in the near future. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.